job.
Okay, guys, what's up, Primals? This is Dakota McAfee with my first ever podcast. Wait, hold on. And we're here with
Lucas LeJeune.
Lukas LeJeune.
Wow.
And today we're going to be talking about what, Lucas? Social media, that's right! So I'm here to talk about the goods. Lucas is here to state his opinion, I guess. So, Lucas, what's our opinion, or your opinion on social media? Let's hear it.
Well, I think social media has plenty of benefits, but I feel like the problems far outweigh those positives.
Okay. You need to speak a little louder. I can't hear from how, tall you are. So I'm gonna disagree with this statement because I did a whole research paper on the benefits of social media, and I'd like to say that we're too deep into social media to actually be able to get out of it. Now, Lucas, what's your take on this?
Well, just because some people are unable to get out of it doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Okay.
It's sort of like a drug addiction.
Yeah.
Drugs are obviously bad, but there's also the flip side that the drugs provide taxes and money for the government to function,
Okay.
and some people are just hooked on it and can't get off
Sure.
what they're addicted to.
So
So the social media apps are sort of like that. If you're addicted to it, it's going to be hard to get off, and you'll need help to break that addiction, since social media is designed to rope you in.
yeah. So I'll agree that social media is a drug, but where I stray is you say you compare social media with a hardcore drug like heroin or something. But I think of social media as an ibuprofen. Okay, it helps you get through the day, and it's made by big business people who profit off of it, right? So where I see social media being a positive, I will agree with you that some people are addicted, and I think that the borderline between social media use and how long you should be on it is really how mature or how well able you are to deal with what social media brings, because I will agree it is addictive. But I will say the positives that social media brings to businesses with targeted ads, you can see what kind of people are buying your product, like age, race, gender, all of that fancy shenanigans. Yeah, that's what I got. Let's hear your side again.
Well, I'm sort of, you brought up how these corporations know so much about you. Isn't it concerning how they know all this information that's supposed to be private?
See,
Like your age, your birthday, where you live. I mean, it's basically out there. If you look it up, then you'll find it.
yeah. And see, all of that you have to put into the social media thing anyway, because in America you have to be so many years of age to even get on the social media apps. So it makes sense why they ask you for your age and birthday, because then they also send you people who are your age. So it's it'll send you people that you may know. And then when it comes to it knows where you live, I can look you up on white pages, or your mom up on white pages. And if you own the house if your parents, or when you're an adult, own the house, you'll just pop up. And then boom, I have your place. So then I can go to the parcel search from the Mercer County Auditor, and then boom, you're on there. So I'd say where you live may not be as personal as someone may think, but I get what you're saying. It would be weird as because you have to be so many years to use the app. So if I'm a minor using the app, it's weird that it knows so much about me. But then it's also the user's fault for lying.
Yeah, I guess so.
Um, but yeah, I think a good point you had is it being addictive. I would totally agree. There's times that maybe I'm on social media too much.
Definitely.
I'll see if I can pull up screen time real quick while we have time here. Here, let's
I
see.
know I relate to the Um, I'm on Clash Royale all the time. I'm grinding, trying to get up my arena, get higher trophies,
Yeah,
climb the ladder.
absolutely. Because we're on that like all the time. But see, like I like to. That's what's nice about it is like I'm able to connect with you. You know, like it's not like I know there's times that I'll play it by myself, but like it's nice to have that human interaction with like someone you know, because the game's pretty toxic, dude. Like people just like laugh at you all the time, like with that stupid emote.
Yeah, the hee 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 ha.
Yes, dude. Okay, screen time. Last week, my average was 9 hours and 16 minutes, and the week before that was 11 hours and 36 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I
How do I
use.
check mine?
You got to go to your settings, and then there's a thingy when you open up settings. It says like if you scroll down, like on the iPhone, it says airplane mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. And then you scroll down, it's notifications, sound, and then you get focus, and then screen time. So I just click on screen time. But
Okay.
yeah, so 2 weeks ago, I had a whole lot of time on Discord because I talked to a whole lot of friends on Discord. So like those are my friends that like I'll play with that I may not know in person. There's a few people I know in person that I'll use Discord and talk to, but it's like a communication app. You know, like I'll just get on call with them so I can play video games with them. Um, So Discord was up there. Clash Royale, I had 19 hours within. This is all within a week span. The week after that, my most time was on TikTok, which was 20 hours over the week. So this is over 7 days, right? And then screen time this week, I've spent 13 hours on already, and it starts on Sunday. So,
I spend 10 hours a week on Clash Royale, according to this past week, which I've been playing this week more than really any other week, I think.
yeah.
But I'm on Clash Royale, I'm on Google a lot, I guess, doing my work
Oh, yeah, that's right.
for school.
Yes.
And then Snapchat's my third used app, and there's really nothing else I use other than that.
Yeah, Snapchat's also like my third, like consistent third placed thing.
30 minutes today. So
Yeah,
I think I have a pretty good Snapchat or a pretty good screen time compared to most people.
sure. Like since I've been doing those first person life let's plays, like my Snapchat time's been up, but like those are like 3 minutes at a time, you know, and they're just like once a day. So like that'll bring my average up more than usual, but nothing like super crazy, you know.
That's how I average like 4 hours a day.
Yeah. Okay. You got any last things you'd like to say before we head out, Lucas?
No, I think that screen definitely have plenty of benefits. I just feel like there's some unavoidable negatives that you have to consider.
Yeah, I would agree with
I
that.
agree. I agree with what you say. How some people need to sort of get more, like they need to be more aware of what they're doing and be aware of what they can handle, and so they don't get roped in and even get
Yeah,
addicted to technology. But I feel like you could also blame that on the corporations and the media apps that use like
like make it
all these
addictive.
things. Yeah, like the infinite scrolling I know has been made to like make people want to not stop, as well as plenty of other things like the notifications that they bring, all these colors that make them want to click, and like the need for likes and validation and all that fun stuff.
Sure.
But you know, with everything there comes negatives.
Yeah, exactly. So would you say like I changed your mind a little bit on social media?
I guess I still feel like you should be extra cautious with what happens though.
You want to see what would have happened if you said no?
Sure.
But yeah, I'm really happy we were able to like find some common ground. You know, that's what's nice about the podcast is you're just able
Yes.
to like explain your differences, and then you kind of find like a place where you meet in the middle. Like maybe like We just
That's true.
we bond and get to know each other a little bit better. Well,
And
Primals,
you know,
this has been featuring who?
Lucas LeJeune.
Lukas LeJeune. Hold on. All right, guys, this is Primal Dakota Rex. Out. Boom. Well, guys, that was our podcast with Lukas LeJeune. We'll get Benjamin in here shortly. But yeah, I think we both had some very good and interesting things to say. I'm really happy I got to be a part of this with Lukas and we were able to share our sides. Well, let's get into this with Benjamin. Yo, guys, what's up, Primals? I'm back at it with my second podcast with who?
Ben.
Primal Benjamin Asaurus, bro.
Not
Heck
Primal.
yes. All right, Ben. What are we talking about today, big dog?
Social media.
Social media. All right. So we know my stance, chat. What is yours, Ben? Where are we at on the field? What are we playing?
I think social media has a more negative effect
Okay.
on mental health than
Sure.
like more good
Okay.
it is.
Because I was just talking to Lucas about this. So why? Let's talk about something. What's up? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm thinking about how not a lot of people know about the bad stuff of just like social media. They don't really talk about it.
Okay. Um. Yeah. What's something I might not know about social media being negative?
Do you know that it actually can affect your mental health in like the same way that cigarettes and alcohol do?
No, I did
Pretty
not know
crazy.
that actually.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. How does that work? Like, I don't actually know how that stuff interacts with like your body's chemistry. Do you? Do you know?
So like the drugs that and like alcohol and stuff, they mess with your dopamine
Okay.
to get you to keep using them.
Sure.
So like why there's like nicotine warnings. And social media is designed to like mess with your dopamine, like keep you scrolling, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
There's definitely times where I'm more attached to my phone than what I should be. I was
Yeah,
when I was talking to Lucas was I think um the amount of time on social media depends on like the person and like it's up to each individual to decide what's a healthy amount of social media. I think
Yeah,
like the problem is like I only see TikTok is like the only thing that has like a man, you've been scrolling for a really long time, maybe you need a break. But that's like after like I think 2 hours or something of scrolling and then you
I
can
think
just
it's
scroll right
three.
past it. You think it's three? It may be
Yeah,
three
I think
actually.
it's three.
That may
But
be three.
like TikTok, you heard that it's recently getting banned, right?
Yeah, dude, because Biden put it in a bill to help Ukraine. It was like a Ukraine relief bill, and they just slapped it in. And then there was something about Biden not banning TikTok if TikTok sells all of its shares of itself. Like he just wants the company to be American owned, I guess, instead of by that Singaporean guy.
Yeah, I don't know. The bill said something about like Chinese spyware, but the guy
The guy's
is not in China.
Singaporean, dude.
I know, it's crazy.
It doesn't make sense. Like, why do you think they're trying to ban social media so bad? Like, do you like obviously we know like there's goods and bads about social media, but like it's just TikTok that they're banning, right?
And it's like it's the entertainment that they're banning.
Yeah,
I think it's like
I think it's because it's like regulated pretty much. Like it's not like
it's out of U.S. control. All they can do is ban it.
yeah, but see like everyone's just gonna download a VPN. Like there's free VPNs on the internet.
Oh, I saw a thing that it said if like people do that, they're trying to get another bill passed where it's like 20 years in jail or something
What?
if you do that. I don't know. It's crazy.
Okay. Like social media aside, there's no way that it being addictive. Like there's something else that like they don't like. Like I think you hit it with the nail on the head. Is that it's just unregulated like by the U.S. Like they're just upset that they can't control what's being put out there. I would say that's kind
I
of like
think
the what's up.
I think the like more important part is like thinking about how your people like what your people would want.
Sure.
Like
So
I think they're thinking more about like keeping people under their control instead of letting people have their free will, like
amen.
in their choice.
Okay, Benjamin's preaching right now.
Yeah.
Okay. See, like I
But
would.
that's like
What's up?
that's a, like it goes back to like just your personal social media usage. Like most people don't understand how much time they actually put onto it just because it's meant to keep you scrolling. And that's what's social media is trying to do.
Yeah, there. Like I said earlier, there's definitely times I get lost in the sauce. Like I showed my screen time earlier. Like I'll pull up some pictures of it and show it. But yeah, like the past couple of weeks I've been on social media more, but it's because like I've been more active with my friends online because of like my parents divorce and whatnot and me being so busy with my college classes recently. It's just like I don't have a whole lot of time to like go out and hang out with people. So it's easy to hop online, right? And then just like run like a game or two with someone. Like I'll play with Lukas. Like this is something I like about social media is like I'll call up Lucas or he'll call me up and be like, "Hey, you want to run some Clash Royale?" We're like, "Bet." We run some Clash Royale and then we hop on WebAssign and do chemistry homework together. So it's like we use social media in a way that is like positive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like you can also think about like for those people who don't need like like another way of communication, like they're easily capable of like going out and talking to people. They're
Yeah.
using it as like they're abusing it really like as a crutch to talk to people, and they're just gonna keep losing their social skills
Oh, you're
and
talking
like
about
not
like
gonna be able to talk to
antisocial
anybody.
people?
Yeah, like it's not even that. Like some people, they might be like kind of social and like they use
Oh.
social media to talk to people instead of actually talking to people.
Yeah, we were talking
They
about
just
that earlier this year. Like there was like that one guy that just ignores you in the hallway and then he just texts you
yeah.
like nothing happened. Like what? Um, I'd agree with that.
Like you see a lot of people like making jokes about this too. Like you have like a hallway crush, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that like you snap them or whatever, and then you just don't talk to them at all when you see them at school.
That's just El Riz, dude. But yeah, I think a lot of things contribute to like social anxiety and like introvertinism, if you will. Like I know at Salina there's a whole lot of extroverts, but there's also a whole lot of introverts there too. You know,
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're like introverts. I just think everybody has their clique, I
like
guess you would
group
call it.
of people. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like obviously like everyone's not gonna get along with everybody. And I'd say usually like the shy kids aren't so shy when you get to know them, then they start to like open up and talk a whole bunch. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't
But I
say
like
any of them are like outgoingly talkative.
I would say that social media like it's good sometimes. Like I've made a few friends off of social media,
Sure.
but I just think that right now it's at a point where people don't try to regulate their time, and like they just spend way too much time on social media. They don't try to regulate it.
Yeah, I think that like part of it came from quarantine. Like I know it's like corny, like everything kind of goes back to quarantine, whatever. But like no one could go out anyway, so it's like how they occupied themselves.
Yeah, but that's like a different situation. Like right now, everybody's good.
Well, like what I'm saying is because like that's what they did. Like now they're used to that, and they haven't like switched back. You know, like I know COVID was
Yeah.
a few years ago, but during that time, during like we couldn't leave our houses, like just everyone hopped on social media, and then
Yeah,
that's
I
what they
had
use now.
yeah, quarantine like that affected me quite a bit. I know, like I was still like really young, but I couldn't like go out and do anything, so I just stayed home playing Fortnite all day, and that was not healthy.
Real,
I'm good now though.
yeah.
I'm definitely on social media way too much, I know it's like being hypocritical, but
Well, they
uh,
got you roped in, right?
yeah. But the big thing is like I know that it's bad for me, uh, and like I just don't have like the discipline, I guess.
Yeah, to get
That's
over it.
another point. Yeah, like even if people do know that social media is bad for them, they don't really have the discipline to like cut it out of their life
Or what
completely or
if
like lower the time.
like I know like social media can be bad for me, and I think a lot of people are also in the same group that like we just don't really care. Like there's a lack of caring. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, social media is bad for you. It gets you addicted. Endless scrolling, boo hoo. And then you're like, oh yeah, social media is so bad. And then you're just going to hop on Facebook or TikTok. Like, I don't think people really care. They're like, yeah, the bad things are there, but I don't care enough to change it. Like you said, like the discipline.
Yeah. I think that's a big problem with our generation and like the generation below us. I think it's a big like our discipline is a big problem.
Yeah, it's just like, but like my
I think
thing is
it's
that
like
social media is kind of like our society's centered around social media at this point. So like
yeah,
my thing is like maybe some social media apps aren't great. Like when Twitter got bought by Elon Musk, it was confirmed that like the people running Twitter were like censoring people's political views and hiding like certain content from people and selling a whole lot of their information. Like a lot of that stuff's unregulated and I don't agree with that, and that's where like I'd say that social media is bad. But like when it comes to like with businesses, just how many businesses I see on TikTok promoting themselves, or like how many stupid freeze dried Skittle commercial ads I see on TikTok. Like everyone's trying to publicize themselves on um these apps, and I feel like just removing social media entirely would be like really bad for society, but I feel that there needs to be some sort like maybe
yeah, some like regulation
yeah.
to
But
it.
then it's like we argue for more regulation, but then when the government bans TikTok, we're like, why would you do this? Because it's
Because
like,
that's not regulation, it's just cutting it out.
fair enough.
Like you said, you don't want to cut it out because I agree. Like social media is very important to our society now, just because of how people made their money in quarantine.
Yeah, because
They
now
had
it's
it.
like this is their job, Like people are feeding themselves and their family with this. So, like, because, like we want to have people like with their jobs and whatnot. And yeah, like just recording videos is like in a quotes easy, but you see all of these like big YouTubers end up unhappy and then they like groom children and stuff, like obviously they're not happy if
I
they're
don't think they're grooming children,
well like any
but
like big Minecraft YouTuber, like there's been a lot of them recently that are coming out with doing stuff with like little kids, and I'm like, dude, what? Like I that's where like social media I would say is bad. Just like some people let fame get to their heads, like they don't have enough knowledge to make smart financial decisions with like their fame and money that they get.
yeah, I think that's a problem too. Like our real kids of like our age are making like millions of dollars for no reason. Like I feel like we're valuing way too much of like what social media can do, like the entertainment over other
Yes.
jobs.
Like even like NFTs, dude, like as silly as that is, some of them are like so expensive. Like you just doodle a picture of a monkey and then you have the chance of becoming like a millionaire because someone buys
Yeah, I
your
think it's like useless, honestly. I don't know why NFTs ever became a thing.
yeah, dude, like that's what exactly. Like it makes no sense. Just a picture that you can screenshot sells for like thousands of dollars. It's like CS:GO skins and whatnot. Like people just make money off of the strangest things. Like people will stream gambling to like little kids, and then like the little kids start developing gambling addictions. Like
Yeah.
it's
Another thing, like I saw there's this athlete he posted something like on social media about like he faked getting an offer for a college.
yo
And
what?
then after he did that, other colleges saw him like get a fake offer
Oh, and
and
then they
they
offered.
offered him. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And even after like the colleges offered him and found out that it was a fake offer, they still like kept the scholarship offer out there.
Wow, they're like, yeah, you were able to deceive us. Good job. Like,
Yeah, like
we'll take your money.
we're we're like going off of just what social media tells us now, especially like I feel like it's even worse in like if it's in an education system.
Like
Like if we're
so.
using it for news and like announcements and stuff, that's different.
Yeah, like
But,
what do you mean by like it's bad when it's in schools? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
well, like um, if we're like somebody runs a school account, right? They could
Sure.
post something on there that's like completely not true, and I don't know, something bad would happen from that. Like somebody could,
Yeah, I know what you
I don't
mean.
know.
Like people like post like other people's like private pictures online, you know?
Yeah.
Like shoot, you may be too young to know this, but there was I think it's like the Bath quarterback or something. There's a video of a dog going ham on him. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
I will have to find the video. I know someone sent it to me. That's also another thing about social media is that it like once it's out there, dude. Like it's actually nuts.
Yeah, it's another bad thing because like people can like have their life ruined just off of a post. Like you can't get a job, can't like do anything really if you're not careful with social media.
Yeah, dude. Like just one bad thing happens like when you're in high school and then boom, you're never.
Yeah, like you see all these people posting pictures of them flipping the camera off and they don't realize that it might affect them in the future just with jobs and how they're checking social media backgrounds.
Yeah, well like I wrote about schools what's it called? Like not schools, like HR groups are checking people's social media pages and like that affects hiring. There are times where like people will post vaping in the bathroom and then you see like that one guy find out where they go to school and then message your superintendent with the video of the kids doing what they're doing wrong. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know what exactly you're talking about, but like I do know people like figuring out people and exposing them.
Okay. Here, I'm trying to find this thing for you. This was like a while ago. And then when I saved it to my camera roll, here we are. It got put in whenever it was recorded. So here, yeah, take a look. Look at that. How easy it was to have that. That was like 22, dude. Like that was 21, 22, and I just stumbled across it. It was saved in one of my chats with my friend, like my friend that I'm not even friends with really anymore. Like we hardly talk. Like he just saved it in chat, and I just stumbled across it. You see it?
Yeah.
Like that kid's career is over, dude.
Yeah,
Like that
can't come
video is
back from
literally
that
gonna
one.
haunt him for the rest of his life, and I'm contributing to it, I suppose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you like we're talking about how all this bad stuff, but have has anything ever happened to you like caused
Like,
from social media that's negatively impacted you or like your mental health?
um, I'm not sure like too negatively. I would say like there's friends that I'll make online and then like we fall out and just don't talk anymore. There was this one person I was talking to and we were friends for like a couple of weeks, but we were only like online friends, right? And then
Yeah.
like mid conversation, he just like blocked me. Like he was like in the middle of texting and then just blocked and I'm like, "What?" Like I think we were talking about like hopping on a game or something. They just like a normal conversation like we usually do and he just up and left and I was like, "Wow." Like that was pretty sad. I don't like losing friends, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
say I've ever had like a time where social media like I've been put on blast or anything. There was one time where someone messaged me that uh I called it was two girls and they were dating and this one girl said that I said some not so nice things about her, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like they were just like one girl was just making up stuff that I said and was getting her girlfriend to like get super mad at me. And I don't know if you want to count Xbox as a form of social media because you can like communicate with people. But when I used to DDoS people, um, what was it? Like I'd say that's pretty negative. Like I used to um, like boot people offline. But there was this one incident where this kid was friends with a guy I knew in real life, and I booted him offline as a joke. And he said that, like, my friend told me that this guy would come to my house and murder my family and leave me like the only one left alive, and he'd like boot my internet off for like a whole year. So like I was tweaking so hard, but maybe that's like the most negative thing that's happened.
Yeah, like we have to. I think that's a problem. Like people don't really realize that all of the social media, like they're all behind a screen for a reason. They're all talking behind a screen for a reason.
Real,
Like
like you
that's
can
what.
just say whatever you want.
Yeah, that's why like on Snapchat, I really don't care if anybody has my location because like I can look in a mirror and know that they're not gonna do anything.
Real. Alrighty. Well, Benjamin, all in all, how are we feeling? Like I feel like I told Lucas, I really enjoyed the podcast idea because we can both like state our sides and then like
Yeah,
find
we both
common
get to
ground.
talk. Yeah, like I get why you might think social media is a good thing, especially with like businesses running on it, school running on it a little bit,
Yeah.
and like just the ability to make friends. Like I've made friends too, but I feel like especially like with what we've just talked about, like people getting exposed for stuff and like people getting threats, like people threatening people and not them like not realizing that that's like a real problem. They can actually like get in trouble for that.
Yeah. And I'd say like I know our talk was like kind of like more on the negative side than positives, but I think I did more like positive stuff with Lucas, so I wanted some more like ideas on the negative side here. But
Yeah.
like you have some very strong and valid arguments that I really appreciate. And I'm just happy that I was able to hear your side and we were able to find some common ground. Well, guys, this has been Primal Dakota Rex with who?
Just Ben. I'm not a primal.
Benjamin Tesaurus. Primal Benjamin Tesaurus. All right, chat.
All
Peace
right.
out. All right, guys, that was Benjamin. I really like how that uh, conversation went. I know it was more along the side of the negative, but and like I'm arguing for the positive, but I really appreciate what Ben had to offer, and I think I offered up a bit of like how I felt and was trying to like show him like what I was trying to tell him. But we both had very valid points, and like when you go up and talk to someone who has a lot of knowledge about the subject when it goes like both sides, like he was very informed on the topic, so that's really respected. And he sent me the sources that he used for this, so I'll be posting that in my. We're excited. Thank you guys.